I just keep thinking to myself how amazing the attention to detail is that Square Enix put into this game, that they would create geological formations of this magnitude and make it look as impressive as this. It really boggles the mind how amazing stuff like this is, and I only wonder how much more of it are we going to see as we go along. But we have some business to take care of. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novara Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. So, last time, we were able to complete our first side dungeon of the game, the Dusk Vigil, and in so doing gave ourselves a little bit of an edge to get ourselves enough experience points where I believe that we can be able to continue the main story as much as we can after we get to level 53, but since we really don't know how many main story quests there are going to be entailed when we are at level 52, it'll be hard to say, because where we're going next is going to be with the companionship of Lady Iceheart. So, let's make our way back down here, because this is where our companions are. You know, sometimes my controls will do that, they'll just turn on their own. But yeah, there's Alphinaud, Estenienne, and Isael, aka Iceheart, who is going to lead us into Dravanian territory for real this time. Yeah, because the Dravanians have been doing various sieges in this particular area, but now we're actually going to where they are at home. So let's speak with Iceheart to take on the level 52 challenge entitled Where the Chocobos Roam. Lady Iceheart stands ready to lead you and your companions into Dravania.
You are Mathia, yes? Pray address me as Isael if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest.
Alright. Away we go. So, we're now making our way northward, I do believe. Yes, that's where we're going, northwest. Let's make our move. And look out for the Ice Commander, who's definitely going to want to put us on ice. But yeah, it's time for us to finally be on our way. We're leaving the Western Highlands and going into more uncharted territory. But who knows what we will find when we actually get there, because we're going even further north than before. So, crossing into Dravanian soil for the first time. The Dravanian Forelands. I want to come in here initially on foot, but I think we're going to get a cutscene before we even have a chance to see where we're going, or what we're going to be doing.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain
this area is
range
actually
that spans
green.
the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Sohm, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind.
Yeah, no kidding. We would not be safe here.
To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Yeah, and those rocks are floating in the sky. There was an area like that in southern it was in Lanosea. It was where it was. The area known as Nim, in the northwest corner of outer Lanosea. So, Isael, what are we doing here?
We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Sohm will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned?
Alright.
This is a village here, but I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild Chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Master Sohm, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections?
Only to the ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Yeah, because we are trying to discourage a Dravanian attack on Ishgard right now. But I do believe I've seen Aether Currents. Yeah, these have been mentioned before, and we haven't seen very much of them. Oh yeah, wild Chocobos, no kidding. These Chocobos here in Dravania are actually feral. That's pretty creepy. Then let's go ahead and attune to this Aether Current. There we go. Oh, looks like the village is actually closer than I thought. Well, let's be on our way. Unless this actually is not the place that they were referring to. No, it's just a small encampment. And nothing more. Alright. Back on the Chocobo then. Back on the Chocobo, and we will continue further west. Okay, that does look like the actual village in question. Yeah, it is, because I can see an Aetherite crystal. And we're going to be discovering a whole bunch of new locations now. And these people are at level 54. Pretty strong people, I must say. So our first priority is, of course, going to be to disembark from my Chocobo and attune to this new Aetherite. I have to say, I did notice over at Falcon's Nest that the shapes of the Aetherite crystals were different from the ones in Eorzea. And it's the same here over in Dravania. Alright. Well then, let's go ahead and speak with Isael's companion. I guess he's gonna be in this house. Alright, inside we go. Yes, here we are. Master Sohm. How do you do, sir? Oh, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Yeah, a few actually. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Isael, it's been too long, girl.
That it has, Master Sohm, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Sohm. Might we stay until further a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey?
Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragon's been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Well, that's why the Azure Dragoon is here.
Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest?
Bother us? Did Isael not explain things to you, boy? You've seen the tower and column trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildfire is canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace.
I see. Thank you for the explanation.
You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Isael here, but dragons aren't the only things you'll need to be keeping an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Well, we'll see what else we have to deal with. So, choice of various armors, and these are level 125s. A holy rainbow shirt of maiming for the Dragoon, huh? Well, why not? Let's go ahead and take it. I mean, it's not as strong as what I currently have, but it'll do. So, let's take Master Sohm's next main story challenge. Oh yeah, it's more than one. Okay. Well... It would be helpful to actually get acquainted with some of the stuff here, so why don't we take one of his side challenge to get us started. Level 52 challenge entitled Some Bad News. Master Sohm is looking for a reliable pair of feet. And I hope they're not mine. I see I've been making the rounds getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how do you like to help a real hunter?
Go on.
I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy souls ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job though to earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you need to talk to the leaders of each group's camp. Leonov, Gunnaray, and I'm Bear. Hear what they have to say, and get back to me when you're done. Very well. I'll be back with you guys in a little while. Traveling merchant, what do you have that might be of interest? Because yeah, content here will now be level 125. And just for the record, these items that they're giving me are not they're based on item level, which is different from your experience level. I don't think that's something I ever pointed out within the content of Realm Reborn. So it looks like people of interest are to the north of us. So let's see if we can go north. It looks like we can go north if we can fight the current of this river. Yeah, duck your head. Alright, into the Chocobo Forest. Water sprites here, but they are docile. We'll make our way out. Yeah, what you wouldn't give for a helping hand, well, unfortunately, I have other things to deal with. Including lions, by the looks of it. But yeah, I mean, we basically went from the frozen wastelands into a rainforest, it almost feels like. Because yeah, with these tall trees the way they are, I mean, you couldn't help but feel like you're in a rainforest. Oh, gone too far. Well, it was worth it to just get more of the map revealed so that I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And that's always helpful. Alright. Run down the path. Oh. So it looks like we have someone to talk to. It's going to be over here. We can get this flea off my back. Yeah, I'm not a dog. What are you doing? Oh, okay. This will be interesting. How do I get to you? Yeah, accessing where you are may be harder than I thought. I mean, it feels like... Alright, well, let me try going south and then seeing if we can get an opening to get ourselves up. But then again, that might not necessarily work due to the fact that the way that the land is laid out may work against me here. But it might not, because actually it still does. Because yeah, we just basically walked in a circle. So is this spot that I have to get to only accessible by an aether current? It shouldn't be. I mean, if it's not your priority to locate all the aether currents, then you shouldn't have any issues in trying to gain access to this place. At least that's what I would like to think. Yeah, the game's trolling me here, and I don't appreciate that much. We have our access points? I think we do. There we go. Much better. Yeah, there have been a lot of instances so far in the game where just going the most direct path does not get you to where you need to go. You have to do a lot of creative detouring in order to find what you're looking for. So let's speak with I'm a Bear. Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some cane came stopping out of the tree and gobbled up one of our fresh-caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. If we're gonna keep on in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. Alright. So it looks like the other two are gonna be, quite a bit of distance away. Well, let's keep going. But yeah, that's quite a bit of distance to have to go. Not only that, the creative detouring that you're gonna have to do in order to gain access to these various places. Yeah, it's not like in Eorzea where the landscape was simple enough that you could just access whatever you wanted to without any issues. No, here in the Western Highlands and in Dravania, locations are very sneaky, as it were, in terms of places you need to get to. Gunneray? Nothing out of the ordinary here. There's just one bird that won't shut up. Haven't been able to catch a wink for all of its bloody screeching. Alright. I wonder where this is all leading to. Alright. So let's make our way now south again. Yes, a lot of territory we will be covering. And of course we are seeing people now starting to show and appear here in Dravanian territory. Yeah, and I don't know, perhaps I'm not quite understanding how all these things are happening, and so far we haven't seen a dragon yet. That really surprises me, that the one thing that we have not encountered as far as on the field of battle so far here in Dravania is a dragon. Let's hope we can find a solution to that soon enough. And I think these people are also trying to find the same guy I'm looking for. But yeah, right now all I'm doing is just going on a big loop. Alright, well, it was worth it, because look where we are now. Made it to the third encampment. Yeah, we actually passed this place initially when we first came into Dravania. Leonov. Aye, things are going well enough. Been running into a bit of trouble with those giant bugs in these woods, though. Alright. So now we gotta wonder what Master Sohm believes is the common thread between these reports. Now that he has the information that he needs, we'll see what good can we make out of it. So let's make our way back into the village. Back into Tailfeather. Yeah, I think that's an interesting name for a RPG village, Tailfeather. I don't know, I just find it very interesting and fascinating that such a name like that would exist for a town. Alright, let's go back inside and speak with Master Sohm. So they all got issues, but none of them thought to ask me for help. Do you think I'll bite off their heads or something? At any rate, I better prepare to round up the birds from each camp. Thanks for helping again, friend. Say, since you've always struck up an acquaintance with my people and all, maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand? Seems they talk to you of their troubles readily enough. Alright, well, we get 26,000 experience points for completing this challenge. Alright, so let's speak with Master Sohm. Oh, okay, so he doesn't have another optional challenge, so he'll give us now our next main story challenge, at level 52, entitled Worse Than Dragons. Master Sohm will give you fair warning about what awaits to the west. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you, the bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an Atling with a Megala Crab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives but had to fear the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties from Moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. And apparently a sailor has a say in this. What do you have in mind? 'Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here, in Dravania? Of course she did. She is a Dravanian. It's kind of like a, well, duh moment there, often known. Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the pass of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Race Valga. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food.
My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Master Sohm found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Noth were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they are rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion.
They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Sohm and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot.
A more direct path, then? Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Sohm. Shall we?
I believe we shall. Alright, away we go. So, okay. So proceed to the Stained One, defeating any foes that stand in your way. So we actually have to go back up the river again, like we did before. So let's get our Chocobo wet. And into the forest. So, well, it's actually not all that far from where we were previously. From doing that first challenge. That means we're gonna have to once again deal with the lions. So, where's Simba, Mufasa, Scar, and any other lions that we may not yet be known of as far as animated lions? But yeah, we gotta get within the red circle and find the purple perimeter and breach it. Well, I think it's strange though that that this particular thing is out of the way, as it were. Oh, ha ha! He ran off. Well, let's summon my Chocobo to help out. Alright. Let's do this. Breach the perimeter. A matching steel drone. A marching steel drone, rather. But yeah, what's this all about? Oh, okay. I was thinking, are they actually talking about Machina? But no, those are actually people. Yeah, I guess that the knots, for some reason, are given mechanical terms for their titles. Okay, there's another group to the west. Draw my Chocobo. Yeah, that actually wasn't all that bad. I think I'll leave my Chocobo to stay where he is, as far as the one that I'm currently using for fighting. Watch out for the lions. So, directly to the west. Ooh, almost on a collision course there. So across the river. Yeah, we were actually walking in the river, but now we're back over on dry land again. It's certainly an interesting meandering path. Yeah, I was worried, can I get around this Bandersnatch? And there's a path that says that I can, which is good. Here's another purple perimeter to breach. Let the lion go away. Alright, next round. And this time, oops. This time it's 2 of them instead of 3. Oh, get him before he can use the AoE. Yes. Stop him in time. And now for a heart breach, huh? Well, ooh, you guys actually do hurt. I'm kicking your butt so badly, I don't even notice how badly you're kicking my butt. Well, we got past the 2 that we were concerned about. Okay. The Stained One's down there? Okay, that's really weird. Because what's happened is that we started at Tailfeather, we went then northeast, then we had to go directly west, and then we're having to go south. What we've done, basically, is go in a huge U. is like, that is pretty bad trolling by this game, to have me go in a big giant arc when it's not warranted. I'm sorry, that just made no sense there. That was a bit of the developers not exactly thinking that one through. A mental faux pas on their part in this instance. Well, we've arrived at the Stained One, but with Dravania and Avis wandering around, you can pretty much be sure that we could end up getting ourselves into a fight. In fact, I'm gonna take it upon myself to not even give them the satisfaction. Take this. Take this, vile fiend. I shall destroy you. And behind the back stun. Pow! Now it's your friend. No. Yeah, you don't have a friend out here. You're all alone and you're dead. Oh, but you brought... Yeah. Someone drew another Avis over. But this one shouldn't threaten me. Because it's got a long way to run back to its original position. Alright. Target the destination. And so now that we've arrived here... Should we chance to meet Master Chant again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. You question the strength of the Warrior of Light and the Azure Dragoon? Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, that style, if not quite identical, betrays a definitive resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphanode. This structure is in fact over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this is evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See! Yeah, we shouldn't have this situation. Both of you, enough, both of you. You threatened the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Mathia, pray reason with these two. Yeah, our goals are the same. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Mathia's gift. In time, the sequence of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Mathia's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hraesvelgr will likely provide the catalyst Mathia's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. And so with that, another 52,800 experience points to me, plus choice of various shirts for casting. Let's go ahead and take this one, for Black Mage. Alright. So now that we've taken care of that, yeah, it doesn't look like these Avises are currently threatening us, so I guess this is a good opportunity to conclude the episode here. No, of course not. I expect too much. I hope for too much. So yeah, while we're going ahead and pounding this Dravanian Avis, we'll make our points to point out that we'll soon be, I guess, meeting with Hraesvelgr and hopefully getting us the answers that we've been looking for this time in the hopes that we can prevent the conflict from occurring. And so, with that Avis dead, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we will speak with Asael and see if there's anything else that we need to do prior to meeting with Hraesvelgr, and once we do encounter him, what can we expect? We'll have to find out soon enough. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.